look at how beautiful the baby is. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, everybody. Come on in. I hope everybody's doing good. Let me see if you guys can hear me. Hello. Hello. Hey, guys. I know it's late. You're like, what is Mitten doing this late at night? Has she lost her ever-loving mind? Well, the answer is yes. The Mittens has lost her mind. But that's okay. Because who said I had to have a sane mind? Um, okay. Let me play some stuff while I'm waiting for some people to come on in. Hello. Let me see. Either that's Bernadette or William. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. What are you doing? Oh, stop it, Pookie. I just never see you this late at night. Do not ever say unfortunately. Oh, that breaks my heart that I made you feel bad. Pookie, I would never, ever. Oh my gosh, look at who's in my little chat. I love you guys. You guys are going to make me just be all like, well, okay. I'm tired too, bro. I'm really tired, but I couldn't sleep. I was going to show you guys. Okay, let me tell you. Maybe Olap will know. Okay. Help me out with what I'm about to. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I went down a girl named Amber Lynn Reed. I went down that rabbit hole, and it was interesting. Well, what happened was the video that I saw was well, basically the guy was talking about how she gained 200,000 or 300,000 subs based on her failures, because she started the stream out like, do you know who she is? This. Oh, you do know her? Oh my God. Well, because he's like, this is what the guy who I was watching goes, well, she's acquired 300,000 based on her failures. And I was like, what does that even mean? Well, because she started the channel at the beginning saying, I want to lose some weight, da 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 da. I hope I really lose some weight, talking about that. Okay. But then she kept gaining weight. And then she's like, I'm going to start this diet and it's special food. But then she gained weight. And every time she came live, she had the number kept going up and up and up. And I don't want, I mean, trust me, y'all know this girl's not a small girl. But anyway, I'm talking about me. I know I'm not small. But I got to see what he said. Hold on. Look at my old lady glasses. This is what a 50-year-old does when she needs to read at my age. You guys, I don't know if you guys know, I had a bad hip. I had my son. My son was 10 pounds, 7 ounces, and he was 23 and a half inches long when he was born. So he slid down on my hip when he dropped in my birth canal, but he didn't drop in my canal. Okay, long story short, I had a lot of hip issues. And I found a chair. Clue was using, not a chair, it's a bicycle that you can do while you're sitting down. Not even lying, you guys. It's not, it's like a cardio. The reason I'm saying this is because I have a bad hip. So I need it when I want to be able to do, like, be mobile. I don't have to hurt my hip. You know what I mean? In pain. What are you saying about Amber? I don't even want to. Do I want to go down this? Olaf, do you have any good videos of her? Okay, hold on. Olaf, put your link in here, please, because I want to go there. And hold on. Oh my God, does that say? No, bitch. Don't say that. She's been online for like 7 or 8 years. I just never knew. I thought the worst was MGL. Like, I just, oh wait, Foodie booty. That's not foodie beauty, is it? But I'm shocked. Shocked. She is the reason the Coral world. Shut up. Stop it. Oh my God, don't say that. I'm not sure I do that. The stress has my sleep schedule so I can't sleep. Oh no. I'm sorry, Pookie. I didn't know your sleep was that messed up. Well, the thing is that she had a couple partners. She just keeps getting partners, no matter how size that she gets. And again, I'm not dogging her size because I'm a big girl too. But she's started out at like 360, and then she went live. The more she went live, she was like 400, 420, 440, 450, 470. Then she's like 530, 5. She's like 550, 570. It's like, me personally, I probably wouldn't go live that much anymore. I would be, not that I would be embarrassed, but like I mean, let me tell you, if you know how BJ cries that she's got, you don't know my hate. You don't know my. Let me tell you, I get emails that tell me, why do I have my cooking channel? My cooking sucks. I'm so fat. I shouldn't be cooking such fat food. I'm gonna die. What good am I gonna be for my grandson? What a joke I am. Nobody wants to be as fat as me. Who's gonna cook the food that I'm making? Like, literally, I get people that tell me all that. You know what I do? I laugh. I laugh at every single email I get, because this is what I think to myself. Oh my God, you're so funny. My fatness bothers you. Like, I love me. I don't care what you think. My husband loves me. Like, you're bothered that I'm fat. Wait, you don't even make sense. Like, you made it. Oh, I mean, this email was like this long. I didn't read it all because I was too busy laughing. My husband asked me what I was laughing, and I started reading the beginning of it to him. They're like, it's disgusting watching you, and then you take a bite and it grosses me out. I was like, bro, if you're that triggered, change the channel. Because I was enjoying that slider. I think that's what it was. That time I was like, I was eating a slider and it freaked them out. And I'm like, calm down. My slider was, trust me, you being triggered about my slider going in my mouth, it made me enjoy my damn slider so much more, knowing that somebody was watching triggered. I don't really care what people think. Thank you, Olap. Yeah, and they're like, why don't you try doing low cal or diet or food friendly for obesity? And I'm like, let me tell you, I probably would say, oh, then I get emails that tell me that my husband is being like, he's got a burner phone and he's talking to other women, and I'm lucky that he's with me. And I'm like, bro, he's lucky he has this bitch. I cook good. I look good. Shit. Mm-mm. He's very lucky he's got this bitch. Let me tell you. I cook Mexican, Southern. I cook American. I cook Asian. My daughter-in-law's Cambodian. So no, I'm not bothered. Trust me. What are my friends saying? It's hi. What is your name? Oh, look, we got to drop your link in here so everybody can come and see your good stuff. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. Everybody coming in. Thank you guys. I have a question for you guys, and this is what I want to do. Last year, we do holiday stuff. We do holiday stuff that you take to, like, well, Thanksgiving for the month. We usually did stuff like sweet potato casserole or stuff like that. Okay. This year, you guys know that there's a whole big thing with EBT and everybody's panicking and stuff. So, what was presented to me, this is what I told the person about why do I have, oh, hold on, I'm sorry, you guys, I have that kind of a brain. They were telling me my husband's got a burner phone and all that. I don't give a damn. I'm not saying I'm the shit. I mean, I know I am. Not going to fight for my man. But if he has anything online, I wouldn't women need to have a little more confidence in themselves, that they know that if he were ever to even remotely pull the shit that Craig pulls, in a heartbeat, I wouldn't even be mad. I would gather my things. Actually, let me gather his things and he'd be gone. Like, I don't think people understand. In 2025, I've raised two kids. I've bought homes, sold them, bought cars, sold them. I'm not going to force anybody. And then if the man's telling me what he's going to wear because other women think that it looks good, I feel so bad for some people, but not that person. That person deserves every ounce of having a piece of shit husband. Yes, you heard me right. He talks to her like crap. He embarrasses her, and that's her karma. Sorry. I mean, if anybody wants to unsub, I apologize. But the way she has treated the Proudfoots, the way she has talked about other creators, she deserves every single bit of getting waking up and having a guy talk to her like crap. Every bit of her kids calling her, shut up, fatty. She deserves it. That was literally life telling her, you have been a shitty person to so many people. This is what you get to wake up to every single day. I I would feel bad if I had, like, say my daughter, a friend of mine was living with a guy who treated them like that. I would literally drive to their house, grab their shit and put it in the back of my truck and be like, "No, bitch, you'll thank me later. Get in my truck. We out." Her, mm-mm. I love this for her every single night. I hear him say the kind of woman he's looking for, how to he wants to dress. What if you used to like getting up? We don't even talk. All the stuff that she deals with, she deserves it. Because you know why? Because when she was live talking about how Katie Proudfoot looked like a lunch lady, how she looks awful, she's put weight on. She misses her son. She is going to look awful. Shit, I miss my daughter. I'm usually look like crap. I mean, I literally look like crap because I miss my daughter. So why would she look any different? Like, she misses her son, and instead of being the Christian lady that she is, she can't say, you know what, you guys, let's not be so rough on her looks. She's going through a lot. She's dealing with a lot, missing her son. Instead, she's the one of the leader of them saying, is it just me? She looks awful. She looks awful. I don't care. I said it. Like, she's proud that she is talking so ugly about a missing child's mom on her anniversary stream that she went live with. Like, who does that? Only that person. But she's a Christian. So for me to hear the way Craig talks to her, I sit there and I'm like, give me the popcorn. I'm happy for her because you know why? Because she wants people to care how she's getting treated, but I mean, she's going to touch back on Sebastian's case. And I promise you, she's going to go back into it talking about the mom again. She hasn't learned her lesson. She has not. He won't marry her. He will not. I'm not saying this isn't a good thing, but Joe's my third husband. It's okay if you guys make jokes about it. It's okay. I've been married one time for my first husband. Started dating when I was 13. Married him when we got out of high school. Biggest mistake, obviously, some of you guys know the story. He was abusive. He wasn't taking well that I was going to go away to college. So I married him. Who does it? This person. I regretted it, but I married him. I don't regret it, only for one reason. I wouldn't have my son. So I'm grateful that I married him for my son's sake. Other than that, we got divorced. I left in the middle of the night with my son in my arms. I ran out the front door when he was sleeping and passed out in the bedroom. So for me, I know some of you guys don't agree with it, But I would have never left my son behind to get the law enforcement. I wouldn't have left without my son. And I know about getting kicked in the back, kicked in the head, kicked in my body. But when I ran, I didn't go back. And I didn't leave my son behind. I took him and I ran. And if there wasn't enough time for me to run, I mean, I ran barefooted out the door. My keys were in my hand like this. Like there was keys on it, and he had usually put them underneath his pillow when he went to sleep. And it was 5 month old. My baby was 5 month old. I was gonna say our son. I don't consider him ours, but my son was 5 months old. And every time he heard him cry, he told me to keep him quiet or he was gonna quiet him. So I'm not saying it takes a hard, strong woman to make up their mind that they're not going to sit for this anymore. Because I thought to myself, my son is going to become what he's living with. And he called me lots of names. He dragged me to the kitchen by my hair. He kicked my ass when I got into the kitchen. He threw plates at my head if I served him the wrong meal. It was hell. But I had to wait until there was enough time that I had the keys in my hand. He fell asleep and he forgot this time to put them under his pillow. And I grabbed him when he went to the room. I saw when I got up, I looked and I saw them sitting on the counter. I grabbed my son like this. I had a bag hidden in one of the bathrooms. I didn't even go back for the bag that had our clothes, that had his diapers, nothing. I grabbed the bag. As soon as I saw the keys, I grabbed my son, opened the door, and I ran. And if anybody leaves their child behind for even a sex booty call, trust me, we all want that booty call, ain't going to leave a baby behind ever for a booty call. But to even, you guys, I'm just saying, she's had the opportunity to leave and you just don't go back, because what you're instilling in your littles is what they're going to become. That's it. That's all. And anybody who says anything different is lying to themselves. I thought to myself, I do not want my son to grow up and hit me, grow up and call me names, because he called me names. He called me a lot of names. He said it was my own fault for being so fat and ugly. I deserved to be called these names. And it was my own fault for pissing him off. I'm telling you, that's why those kids call her names, because they hear him call her names. And I knew it when my child was only 5 months old. I said, he will grow up, because if this is his environment, why would he do anything different? Why would he do anything different than what he was living with? At 5 months old, I was thinking about, what am I raising? I didn't want to raise my 5-month-old to become an abusive man. Because you know what? You don't know if that girlfriend, when he was 15, 16, or 17, if that girlfriend was not going to put up with it and beat the shit out of him. If anybody remembers the movie The Burning Bed, all I thought in my head was, when I raise him, this could turn back and leave my son dead. So I had to make up scared. Hell yeah. Scared because last time, I mean, if I even went out to the car to get something from the car, I got dragged back in the house by my freaking hair. I mean, when I tell you, I got out by the grace of God. By the grace of God, I got out of the house. I didn't look back. I ran barefooted. I didn't even put my son in a car seat. I opened the door, put him down like this into the seat, started it, and our bedroom window was right here. So when I looked past the passenger window and I could see if there was the window up, the movement, any of it. But it just so happened that when I open the door. We had an apartment that you could hear it go like it pulled the the door or the blinds or whatever, like, and I was like, fuck. As soon as I realized it made a sound, just grabbed my son and I ran, grabbed it, jumped in, backed up. I didn't even, I mean, I'm telling you, it was the greatest, most liberating, most exciting, most I gotta do this because I needed to do it for my son. I didn't do it for me. Believe it or not, I would have stayed there. I had been with him already 10 years, 9 years. Uh, I had not left yet. I did it because I wanted my son to have a fighting chance in this world. I said all that to say, just because I've been married once or twice doesn't mean that I'm not a good woman. I left my second husband. I took it, I mean, I don't want to say, I had been through that with my first husband. My second husband and I, we were great friends and we both respected that. But to be in a relationship now that I enjoy, he loves me, he opens his my water bottles, he I don't even have to make dinner. I listened to her story the other day and she was talking about how she was sleeping and then she woke up and they told her to get up and make breakfast or make dinner. I, you guys, I feel horrible saying she deserves this, but she's horrible to so many people that I truly believe that the Lord has literally given her a life to show her empathy to people. Like, how can I say it? Like, I feel like if I would not, me and my husband had not have had a rough, my first husband abusive, my second husband was a great guy, but if I wouldn't have had that life, I wouldn't be able to appreciate what I have with my husband. I really don't. I'm sorry, Mama. Let me see what you got. I know. He doesn't even call her his fiance. He refers. I know. I know. Thank you, Olap. You know what? I. You know what? It's not that I don't feel like I do. I loved my son more than I love myself, and it would have been worth it if I just he deserved me to at least try to get him out of there because let me tell you, this guy who loves you, and this is the reason why I never left my kids behind. He loves you, but he laid hands on you. I my There are many cases where fathers, I mean, we're in the trauma community where uh, fathers, baby daddies, or whatever harm their own children. Just because they're blood children of yours does not mean they won't harm them. And if you get them mad enough, they know that will be how they can hurt you by hurting that child. So for anybody to say she didn't have a choice, she was just trying to get to safety, great. Like I said, it takes a strong woman, not just anybody. It takes a strong woman to to not care. That's I mean, really, to be honest with you, I didn't care what I was gonna what harm I was putting myself in. I mean, and I talked about it on one of my lives. It was I didn't realize when I was 15 and 16 because he was a senior and I was a sophomore. And I wasn't thinking that I was with somebody like this. I thought it was cute that he wouldn't let me go to my friend's house because he wanted me to come and hang out with him. I thought it was cute that he didn't want me wearing my little mini skirt because back in my days it was mini skirts. He, but I didn't realize those were like little signs of him wanting to control me. Anyways, I feel bad for one thing. I feel bad because there's nobody that's caring about the littles that wants to take them out of there and give them a chance at life. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not the mom in that situation that's willing to say, I may be lonely because, girl, we all know there's a lonely period when you leave somebody you love. Believe it or not, I cried when I left. Why? I had been with him since I was 13. It was just what I knew. Doesn't make him not my abuser. I wanted him to not be that abusive. I wanted him to be the guy I knew when I was 13. And I dated him at 13, 14. When I finally left, I was 22. That is all I knew. And it just takes time. But I reminded myself, he not only called me names, talked to me like he had to, like he enjoyed humiliating me, but he allowed his friends to call me names. And he said I deserved it because I was disgusting to look at. Like the things that the she's going to wake up one day and she's going to realize that she's been hurting victims' families. And then she's going to realize that everything that she had gone through with her marriage or relationship, her kids, like it's gonna have a light bulb effect for her. And I pray, I know some people, I have said, I pray that the Lord opens her eyes. I pray the Lord pricks her heart, because as a Christian, I don't want her struggling and dealing with this. I would like to think that she wants better for herself. I would like to think that she wants better for her family. It's not about me wanting her to be in pain and struggle, but I want her to want to be a better mom, to be a better in love with herself, to be a better human. When you love yourself, you love sharing that with people. That to me was the part that when you're saying you're a Christian, that's fine, but you're sitting there, oh, you dirty bee, you effing see you next Tuesday. That should make those nuts, put my nuts on your forehead. That should make her disgusted. I mean, it really should make her uncomfortable and like chills. Like my husband would never speak to me, or even if his buddies are over watching a game, if he knew his wife was in the room and hearing distance, never. It's not that my husband's not a guy's guy and doesn't know how to get down with the rest of them, but he knows that his wife is a lady. That is the part I feel tiny bit bad for her on. He has no, oh my gosh, Olaf, I didn't know that. That's the part that's shocking. He doesn't care who hears that he's asking about other women. He doesn't care when he even says something, yeah, this girl online says that guys with Carhartts are good looking. What do you think? I don't care that he talked. Let me just tell you, me and my husband have been retired for 50. I mean, not 50. I'm 53. He's 10 years older. We just, I don't care what he does on his phone. He goes online, watches some YouTube. He goes to Instagram. He follows car clubs. He follows whatever. I don't. Sometimes he's sitting outside for 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes he goes to the store. I don't really, not that I don't really like going, but we just give each other space. Let me just say it like that. We've been together for 21 years by not caring and trusting. I don't need to know what he's doing. Who are you talking to? Where are you going? What are you doing? You know what that's going to do? Because that's going to run, it's only going to go for so long before finally that person's going to say, I'm done. Like I don't need to be treated like a child. But I mean, at the same time, there's, like I said, there's going to be an eye opening for her. And whether it be one of her kids grows up, whether it be she realizes how she's been talking and treating people, or she realizes when she's sitting there crying, because I guarantee you, as God is my witness, I guarantee you, as an abusive, I feel like I'm a survivor. I'm not a victim, a DV no. I am a survivor because I truly believe I would be gone right now. I don't think I'd be sitting here right now. The amount of kicks in my back the amount of kicks in my chest when I finally go down to the ground, the amount of kicks to the back of my neck, to the back of my body. And I really honestly thought I couldn't be sure that I was going to be able to get out because he took the phone wires. Like I wasn't allowed to call anybody. I couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything. I had to be sure that and I didn't even have a job. Let me just say that. She has a job. I took the car. Yep, I stole the car. Don't give a damn. Take me to jail if you're going to take me to jail, but I'm out of that house and I got my baby with me. It was our car. We were married, but that to me, it was worth it. I don't think bad about it. I grabbed the keys in the middle of the night and I didn't look back. And like I said, it's going to dawn on her how she treated Katie. She's going to realize all the making fun of she does with Clue, how she looks. I don't care if it's when she's getting dressed and she looks in the mirror and she still in her head thinks that she's the hottest one. Eventually, she will have a reckoning. And it may be, because I truly believe that the Lord works in his time. I truly believe the Lord works in his timing. I believe the Lord will have a conversation with her. He will show her, because that's what the Lord does. He doesn't just have a conversation. He's going to show her. He's going to bring to her memory the things that she's done. He's going to show her not only the things she's done, the things she said, how many things she's done and said. And then it's going to hit him. It's going to hit her. She's going to realize that that's why she was going through that with her own relationship, because of everything that was going on out there. The Lord is trying to give her hints, like when he's talking to you a certain way, making you feel horrible. Does it affect you? Because you're making somebody, heaven forbid, Katie were to hear the things that she said. And I don't care if you're on a green team and everybody's for it. I have some streams that I clip, but she's usually the one that's leading it, saying, come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Look at that. What is that? I can't with her. You're the supposed Christian. You would think that she would be the one that leads with, hey, you guys, let's remember she's going through a lot. Hey, you guys, let's keep in mind that she is dealing with missing her son. Hey, you guys, let's try to be better than what we're doing. Like, nope. And I'm not, I know she's going to say coming for her religion. No, but if you're going to grift and use your Jesus as your religion, if you're going to step with that shoe on and go, hey, you guys, let's have some respect. They're coming at me because I'm a Christian or whatever. Then carry it, baby girl. Carry it. Treat it as the reason that we're going to do things different. But instead, in all honesty, and I don't know if it's not, I know that it's in her at some point. The Lord will give her these recollections and watch them. But I'm just saying, I have seen Clue show more empathy, more. So I don't want to say soft in the sense soft, but when doing things for people, I mean, I remember Clue coming over at the very beginning to who Clue is today. She's just, it's so sad that it's sad. It's sad that BJ uses Christianity and uses God and that label, where people are getting turned off from being and wanting to know about the Lord. than they are getting turned on, because people are saying, if that's Christianity, I don't want it. If that is what being godly is, I don't want it. And that's honestly, guys, I used to only cook on my channel. Literally, I saved up for my laptop and I said, I want to go and do a regular live. I want to do more, because it's not even to just expose the lacking that they are of using the label Christianity. But honestly, I mean, me and Joe still cook, but sometimes we'll be sitting and talking. We reviewed a movie. We talked about regular stuff. I would rather people see what truly what godly people are and who and what, not just talking about having things on their forehead, talking about breeding with a cat, talking about they just want, look, being a Christian, the amount of pride and jealousy and glutton, I mean, there's just the amount of boasting and all that is not of the Lord. I mean, just it's just not. It's not. You're turning people off. But aside from that, the frustration of listening to somebody that's in love with themselves telling everybody that they're jealous of them. Nobody's jealous of you guys. Nobody. I wouldn't trade my my husband opens my bottle of water. My husband makes us dinner. I have migraines a lot. I have RSD in my hands. They get swollen. My husband cooks us dinner because I just can't. And the thought that nobody's jealous of that. What would we be jealous of? I'm jealous because my husband doesn't tell me that he's talking to other women. I'm jealous because I wish my husband would make me get up from taking a nap and come in the kitchen and cook. I'm just saying that I mean, I'm not saying my husband's perfect. My husband's got his own faults. I mean, we had a shirt business and we were at the guy, we were picking up our shirts from the person, and they were telling us how her son had been sick. And you know what? My husband put his hands, he said, "Do you mind if I pray for you?" And he prayed for her son and wasn't ashamed. As long as she was okay. "Do you mind if we pray right now? Let's pray." All I'm saying is, if that person wants to be used as a tool for the kingdom, then he's going to have to start using a little bit more of a filter. And I choose to not. I mean, I reviewed Betty about her cooking. I don't want to tell her cooking sucks. I don't want to tell her it looks not desirable. I don't want to tell BJ and her husband or boyfriend that they're not living or doing things right. But I also don't want people thinking that that is a godly couple that live in sin. I don't care if they live in sin, but don't act like everybody's bad, wrong, and dirty and sinful and demonic. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, tear it up, live in sin, do your thing, drink it up, sex it up, rub it down. Oh no. Okay. But don't sit and tell people, because Nana's husband was sick and everybody was praying. And the Christian that she is went and told Nana that those prayers weren't coming from a good place. Those prayers weren't genuine. Who are you to tell first of all, I can't wait for you to get to heaven and the Lord deals with you on that alone. On that alone, I can't wait for the Lord to deal with you by telling Nana, snatching Nana's hope, taking her hope, taking her, I mean, if you could have heard her that night, she said, "Oh, I felt so good when I heard them all say they were praying for my husband. I felt so good." She had like life in her voice, knowing that strangers on the internet were praying for her husband. And it didn't even phase BJ. It didn't even phase her to say they weren't real. They weren't really praying for you. What? You're the Christian and you just took that from her. I cried that night. I literally cried because my dad had cancer. And when I, if I would have come online and said, please pray for my dad, and that's not even my husband, but my dad. And I was like, oh my God, I felt so good knowing that there's 300 people praying for my dad right now. And then one of my girlfriends that I'm pretty close to goes, those aren't real prayers. They don't mean them. They're not coming from a genuine place. How dare you? How dare you, the Christian in your group, who the thing is that she likes to step with that. If she didn't like to lead with, I'm just a channel holder who's a Christian, because she knows she's an extremist. And if she were to go live on her channel and say, I'm an extremist, she wouldn't get all those people in there. But if she leads with, I'm a sweet Southern Christian lady, she knows all those people that are in her subs will stay, listen, hang out. She should be uncomfortable the level of racist, homophobic, uh, xenophobe, everything that her partner says should make her cringe. And for me, I mean, for me, I don't know how if she doesn't have that same mentality, she should be uncomfortable with it. Hence the reason they say to stay or get with your same yoke. And she is with it. He's just vocal about who they are. She puts on a front because that other person that pretends to be a Christian does what she needs to do to get the cash apps, super chats, memberships. If they both came on acting like that one, like her partner, they wouldn't have the sub count. They wouldn't have super chats. I mean, remember all the things that they give it to the Christian lady, the poor Christian lady who has to deal with a drunk husband or partner. That's why she allows him to stay online, because they feel sorry for her. And if they feel sorry for her, they send her things. They send her money. They send her super chats. Poor her. She has the same beliefs that he has. They're extremist. If anybody knows what an extremist is, they don't believe we're all in this together. And the Lord is, they believe, you hear all the time, oh, it's the end of times. Oh, I know. Everybody better be scared. Yeah, but the Lord doesn't want us to come to him by threats and fear. He wants us to come to him because of the desire to want to know him, the desire of us putting little seeds and us watering the seeds. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be watering the seeds, letting people know who he is. I've shared with you guys how we're in Michigan. We were very, very struggling at the time. Our neighbor came over with a whole bag of groceries. I didn't want to tell that story. And the Lord nudged me, and I didn't want to tell the story. And I was like, Lord, I can't tell that story. Not on this platform. There's too many. I have haters. Clearly, I come from the drama community. I've been in the drama community for a while. Okay. I'm newly into the drama for the last year and a half, 2 years, but I started in the drama community. I didn't want to say it. And the Lord said, I didn't do it for you. And I was very torn because there's people that I trusted in my chat. I felt like I don't do the whole pretending like, oh my God, my friend, you're all my friend. I'm I'm glad I talked to a lot of people. I love my life. I love my kids. I'm glad I have an extended friendships with the people online. Okay. So I felt like I know Pookie, I've known her a while. I know um there's just my mods. One of my mods I actually knew since my MGL days. And I trusted, like, I just trust her. Okay. I said that to say this. I didn't want to tell the story because I was just telling me, don't say the story. These people are just going to make fun of you. You're going to get treated. They're going to be a clip channel that's going to share this. And I just didn't want to share it. Then I was like baking. And you know what it's like when I think I was doing my starter series. And I was like thinking in my head, like what I was going to tell you guys, what we had to do. And the Lord said, I didn't do that for you. And I was just like, oh God, like this is how me and the Lord talk. And I was just like making this stuff. And I would tell you guys, add some water and then scrape it and mix it. And then the Lord nudged me again. And he said, I need you to share that story. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, you're not going to let up on me. That's just how me and the Lord are. I know, like when me and Joe had really bad marital problems in our second year, I was like, Lord, can you change this man? He's driving me crazy. And the Lord is like, and the Lord started dealing with me at that. And I'll have to tell you guys, it's a testimony. I thank the Lord for opening my eyes when he does, but he does deal with me. So I said, okay, I'll tell the story. And I looked and I had like 7 people or 3 people or whatever, but I was like, I cannot share the story. He said, I didn't do it for you. I did it for them. So then I said, all right, here it goes. And I shared the story about how we didn't have much groceries and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Our daughter's in Budapest. We were dealing with just, okay. So I'm going, the lady had asked me earlier, like morning or something, like, hey, we're moving, blah, blah, blah. Do you mind if I bring I don't want to dump these groceries and they're still good. Can I bring them? And I was like, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, me and my husband were in tears because, I mean, we were in tears, you guys. You know the drill. So then I didn't want to share it because it was embarrassing. I'm literally telling you guys, we took a handout. So I didn't want to share it. But once he told me he didn't do it for me, he needed me to share the story because there was somebody who needed to hear it. And I didn't have a choice at that point. He wanted to use me. And how dare I take that story and out of my own embarrassment, I didn't share it because he needed people to know somebody would be watching and they needed to know that he is a provider. That's what he wanted to see. And I wasn't sharing that he was a provider because I was too caught up in my own feelings. I was too embarrassed. What are they going to think about me? You guys get where I'm going? It didn't matter what they were going to think about me. There was somebody that was watching the live that I had to share with them that if they'll put their trust in who he is, he will provide. He will provide, whether it be a bill that needs to get paid, he'll provide food on your table, but just give it to him. Trust him that he will make something happen for you. I said the story, and I mean, I was crying during the live because I was battling with myself. I don't know if you guys know that, but when you guys know, but just know when you're battling with yourself, my demons were trying to be like, I'm embarrassed, Lord. I don't want them to look at me like that. But then he's talking to me and going, well, this isn't about you. Now do this, talk about what happened. How can the Lord bless me and I don't even share it because of my own embarrassment? So I said, all right, I'm doing it. I did it. And I gave the story and I shared it with everybody. And I was so grateful I did because it felt like a weight load. And then just knowing that the Lord wanted to use me in all the world, there was me. That's when I realized I was doing the live and I was cooking. And that's when I realized that the Lord wanted to use me in a different way on this platform, not just to cook. Because if some of you guys see our cooking, we only cook. Like we go in, we go out, we kind of tell you what we got to make. I try to talk to you guys, but Joe is such a little freaking, he's like wanting to rush us. So we don't get to hang out freaking Joe. I'm just kidding. He's over there. Um, Anyways, I feel like when I felt like it, I felt like I want to hang out more, but what do we do? And that's when the Lord just laid on my heart, like to do a live, like to start doing lives and have them be where we connect, where it's peaceful, it's a blessing. People can come and talk about they have a child that's getting married and they have another one that they're having a baby, and it'd be a positive uplifting, because the only one on this platform in this community that they see that supposedly is a Christian is calling people see you next Tuesdays, or is using his name in vain, is using him in a disgusting way. And I said, Lord, it's going to take some time, but we're going to do it. We're going to. So we started putting our money aside, and just waiting and waiting and waiting, and it had been like since it's been a while, but I was grateful because it did happen. We got my laptop, and I mean, because I couldn't see it. I mean, I guess I could have. I did it for 2 years. I cooked with just a phone, and I would just prop it up, and that's how we cooked. And then I knew that I wanted to like do this, like this. I had to figure out how to do StreamYard. I had no idea how to do any of it. And I just had to sit down, and night after night, I apologized with you guys, telling you guys I was trying. I'm really trying, you guys. I'm going to figure out how to do it. And it just was like, I just don't want people to know or think or feel like the people that are over down on that street represent all Christians, because there's some really good people. There's some good people in this community. There's some good people on this platform that truly do have um, the discernment and the ability to pray with you and to fast with you and to strengthen you and to encourage you and to be an uplifting, godly person versus somebody who's just got ulterior motives. And I try not to be that person that's going to be a negative and say what a disgrace they are to for using the Lord in an awful way, because there's only one person that's going to judge them, and when he judges him, he's going to hold all of this right in front of them and say, all these people, 800 people you could talk about. I mean, because everybody has heard their channel, and there's always somebody sick, always somebody needing prayer. But does she ever stop and pray with them? Does she stop and lift it up in prayer right then? You have 800 people in there. Do you ever stop and pray for so and so's having surgery in the morning? So and so's having the sickness that their family member just now got. No, never. That's the part that if they're coming to you for that, why aren't you taking that opportunity and using what supposedly you are, and open up that prayer dialogue and lift it up and ask the Lord to be of, guide me, give me the words so that I know what I'm doing with the people, that the people that need to hear the encouraging words are hearing them, the people that need to know that there's hope that are hearing it, but they're not. And that's the part that frustrates me. So I honestly was motivated by that, because I felt like he deserves more. He deserves better. He deserves people to know who he is. Many people know, like, yeah, I think there's a God or something like that. And that's okay if you're an atheist. That doesn't mean that you're there's like I think like Granny Watching, I think she said that she doesn't really touch anything like that. I love Granny's Watching. Everybody can have their own differences. You don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I'm a Bible thumper. I just love people. I love people, and I love the ability to be an extension from you. If you need prayer, then let me be the one. If you're going for a job, or you have a sickness, or you're going for surgery, I'll fast for you. I feel honored that our paths crossed, that the Lord would have our paths cross, and that it was meant to be that you ran into me. And I want to do something in a mighty way with it. So I really just am grateful that the Lord wanted me to do it. I'm not coming here to bash that couple. I'm coming here to let you guys know that's not everything there is to be. There's more to the Lord than what meets the eye over there. Let's just say that. And it disappoints me that she's got a couple of kids that are going to embrace the male figure there, because I was in a situation like that. And I thought to myself, self, that's not what you want to raise, and do something about it. And then other people say, well, it's a house and I can stick around. All I'm saying is she was out of the house once back in 2017 when she left her kids behind. Then last year in December, her mods gave her money and got her in a hotel. And yet she still keeps going back. All I'm saying is, I would never, once you're out, no DV survivor goes back unless they were never. You just don't. You're out. You're free. You work. The check's in your name. I literally left with no money, no job, nothing. I just knew I wasn't going to stay and be in a house where my son was at risk. I would be in the I was in the bedroom in the closet because he was saying that if the baby makes any noise, he was going to quiet him down his way. I'm telling you, you just that you get, that's what that's the strength you find. I myself stayed year after year. I mean, my husband at that time was beating me up from 18, 19, 20. But it's when I had my son that I found, and I dug deep down inside of me and I said, bitch, you got to shit and get right now. And as soon as my son, I mean, I had a C-section, so I couldn't leave as soon as I gave. I mean, when I say I was getting hit, like hit while I was in the hospital, like ugh. I had to get healed up from my surgery. And I just knew in my head, I said, this baby and I are not staying here. I just got to figure it out how I'm going to get out of here. I mean, I knew he slept with a key. Like, it's hard to explain. It's just, I had to have the plan in my head. And then when it was go time, it was time to go. Baby in my arms, and we out. But I'm grateful. I truly am grateful that the Lord gave me the strength to do it. And I literally prayed and said, Lord, you're going to have to carry me out of here, because I was scared. I was scared that I was going to not make down the hallway. And I was scared that he was going to grab me by my hair, because the last time he grabbed me by my hair. Girl, yes. Thank you so much, Olap. You know, you find the strength because you know you have to. And when you're gone, it's almost like a marriage. When you guys are going through a hardship and then you guys make it over that hump, and then you go, man, holy shit. Like, like we're 21 years deep. Yeah, we had some rough times at the beginning, but then it's such a victory, warm feeling that you made it through the hard times. That's what it feels like when you leave and you know that it was scarier than all get out, but I did it. I didn't get intimidated. I didn't get forced. I did it. And I do it again because my child is worth it. My son is worth it. And he gave me my grandson. There's my little grandson. We used to travel, and we were down in Texas. And then my son had my son had our grandchild, and then we moved back up to Michigan. And I love my little baby grandson, but we were very comfortable down in Texas. But it's all right. The Lord had us up in Michigan for a reason, and I'm grateful. All right, you guys, go to bed. Go to bed, y'all. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming in. Um, just keep in mind. I didn't even tell you guys what I was coming to tell you guys for. Okay, so this is what I came actually live for. So you know how everybody's going through EBT and all that, wars and all that. Okay, I think I started saying it. Would we rather do the budget budget meals on a budget, like very economical, how to stretch your, I mean, I do some stuff when I'm baking or cooking, I'll kind of tell you guys what to do, or do start doing the holidays menu, sides, or just different stuff. You know what I mean? Would you guys want to start doing stuff like that you guys can go, hey, oh, I don't want to disregard that. I know that there are people that are struggling. You know what I mean? I don't want to just go, hey, we're making all these yummy, and then everybody's like, you know what I mean? I just don't want to be insensitive. So I want to kind of play it by ear with you guys. You guys look at me. This is what I've gone. Look at. Can you see them? It's getting better. You can still see my handle of it. I have this one's still bad. I have really bad veins. I have the ganglion block that they do. They go in through my chest. I get a ganglion block and it kind of like resets my hands, my nerve system in my hands. And for the most part, apparently, I think it's because I'm too gorda, if you know what that means. But apparently it's because they kept blowing out my veins. They put the needle in and then it would blow out. And then they'd go again and they just couldn't get it. They couldn't get it. And it was very frustrating. But I feel worse because I think our appointment was like at 2. I was usually go back at 2:10, 2:20. I literally didn't go under. Like they sedate me. They use this, like they stick a needle and put an IV, and then they sedate me, and then I wake up like around 3 or 2:45 or something like that. Okay, I didn't even go under to almost 3:15. It took them 45 minutes to keep again, and it was actually swollen. Like right now, it even still hurts. But look at this one's in a heart, you guys. I'm pleased. I don't mean to. Oh, I'm probably grossing people out. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't show you guys. Anyways, this was in the shape of a heart. It was really cute. Okay. So if you guys want, we can do November meals on a budget and then do December like holidays. Like, you know what I mean? Like holiday sides and to take to what's that thing called, like a Christmas party, so that work having any kind of potluck or anything like that. We can do that for December, and then in November we'll just do the budget meals on a budget or something like that. So I don't know, let me know if you guys have a thought about it or an opinion about it. I apologize. It just started showing you my hands. I didn't even think of probably freaking people out. But anyways, if you guys want to just go start, even we can do like one in 1 week. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2, and then the next week, you know what I mean? Something like that. Just, and then, I mean, usually for the Thanksgiving, I do the sides. I think we did cream corn one year. I make cornbread stuffing because my mom's from the South and we eat cornbread stuffing. We don't eat, or like cornbread dressing with giblets and all that. And that's just how we eat it. Even though I'm from the Midwest, my husband, on the other hand, likes, what's that stuff called? Stovetop stuffing. But my mom's from the South, so we drink sweet tea and gizzards and cornbread dressing, and that's just what we eat. I'm trying to think. Let me know if you guys if you're watching replay, put it in the comments. Just if you guys want to do but meal on a budget. It feels weird saying that. Meal on a budget or a budget meal or affordable. My niece said the little sentence or like a little saying of it, like meal on a dime. No, I don't know. I'm gonna. It's middle of the night, y'all. I don't remember. It's 4:30. I gotta go to bed. You guys, I made cinnamon rolls last night at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I left them for my brother. And my brother lives here with his 3 kids. I made them, and I thought, oh, they'll wake up in the morning and they'll grab a warm cinnamon roll because it was the middle of the night. They thought that I was taking them somewhere, so they just left them, and everybody went and was gone for the day, and nobody ate my cinnamon roll. I mean, we did today. I'm like, you guys could have had some cinnamon rolls. I made them for you guys, but they were really good. I know my brother is like a single dad, so he doesn't do like, you know what I mean? He doesn't have that kind of stuff all the time. So homemade bake, I'll make him a loaf of bread or I'll make him cinnamon rolls or whatever. I made dinner rolls and I made homemade biscuits. You guys, I made the biscuits with you guys. I made strawberry shortcakes with them. And then the first night I made the biscuits, and then I did like egg and sausage patty, like breakfast sandwiches. So those are fun. If you guys want to do them, we can do the sausage gravy with the biscuits. Really easy recipe. About 2¼ cups of self-rising flour, 1 stick of butter, and 1 cup of buttermilk. But I did hear somebody say that it's called double cream biscuits. So you use the cream in the butter, and then the other ones, the heavy whipping cream. I haven't done the heavy whipping cream and in the butter. I put my butter in the freezer for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 while I'm getting all my stuff out. And I put my buttermilk in the freezer so that it's getting extra cold. That's what I do. And then look at all my gray hair, you guys. Oh my word. Yeah, and it's just and I put maybe 2 and about 1/4 cup. That's it. Self-rising flour. All right. Have a good night, you guys. Oh man, that makes me want to make them. Okay. I love you guys. Have an amazing night, morning. All right, bye guys. End stream. Aw, thank you, Olap. Thank you, Olap. Have a blessed night, babe. Or day, whatever you're planning to do today. Anybody working today, be safe. Have a good night or a good day, wherever they're going.